Alright, yo, we got a fucked up video, but I needed to watch this because this is crazy. The 17-year-old YouTuber murdered for insulting Cartel boss.
Mexico's fastest growing cartel,
Nigga
the Khalid,
fucking
of the
killed.
many sins
Nigga dissed a Cartel boss and got murked.
that could be forgiven due to intoxication. Insulting a drug lord is not often one of them. 17-year-old Juan Luis Lagunas
What
Rosales
is these niggas? These niggas in the comments, people's comments, like talking mad shit. He looks like a Twitter nigga, bro.
dead just weeks after a video of him insulting El Mencho
shit.
went viral. El Mencho, whose actual name is Ruben Oseguera Cervantes, is the owner of Mexico's fastest growing cartel, the Jalisco Nueva Generacion. Did El Mencho have hand in the Rosales death? And how exactly did it all go down? Keep watching, find out. Today, I will be uncovering the events surrounding the life of Rosales up until his death. The backstory. Rosales was born in Navolato, in the state of Sinaloa, in Mexico. Growing up, he never knew his father, and after staying with his mother for a while, she took him to his grandmother, who ended up raising him. However, Rosales left his grandmother's home and dropped out of high school when he was 15. As if wanting to erase every trace of his origin, he also left Navolato and made for a nearby town called Culiacan. Culiacan became his new home, and Rosales settled in pretty quickly. Realizing that he had then to fend for himself, he took the job of washing people's cars and was earning what little he could. By the time Rosales turned 17, he had become the envy of most teenagers his age. At this time, he was earning way more than was expected of a teenager. Plus, it wasn't just about the kind of mini wealth he had amassed. It was also about how he went about making his money. Rosales was a party freak. He often posted videos of himself partying and drinking, so much so that both activities could have passed as his profession. In these videos, which Rosales uploaded to his social media account,
oh my god, bro, what the? I don't understand. We sold drugs or
he
some
would
shit?
hold up bottles and cans of beer, whiskey, vodka, you name it, and pour them into his mouth. This habit of excessive drinking always led to a very intoxicated Rosales displaying his drunken antics for all to see. Strangely, Rosales began to grow famous by posting videos of his drinking adventures on social media. Several people across Mexico and even beyond enjoyed watching these videos. Sometimes he would also post videos of himself taking drugs, passing out from excessive drinking, and throwing money around. While Rosales did all of these, his fan base kept growing. He had over 34,000 followers.
I swear, I feel like I've seen this nigga before. I'm not
on
sure,
Twitter,
though.
over 300,000 on Instagram, and over 1 million on Facebook. In no time, Rosales became a buzz on the internet and went by the nickname El Pirata de Culiacan, which means the Pirate of Culiacan. Apparently, this nickname was born out of the fondness he grew to have for Culiacan. Due to his popularity, the Pirate of Culiacan began to earn spots as a guest in music videos, influential parties, and promotional gatherings. People who didn't know his age easily classified him as an adult. Rosales didn't help matters either, as he kept up with his excessive drinking lifestyle. In Mexico, the legal age for drinking is 18, but Rosales could care less about that. Instead, he indulged himself even more. It almost seemed like he didn't want people to know how old he truly was, as he made it a habit to post pictures and videos of himself handling bundles of cash or posing in luxurious cars and motorcycles. In an attempt to keep up with his being an adult facade, Rosales sometimes painted a beard on his face. This often replaced his younger look with one a lot more mature. He also had tattoos on both of his arms, a tiger and a pirate, which alluded to him being the Pirate of Culiacan. Like all of these weren't enough, the 17-year-old also took to social media posting pictures of himself with scantily clad ladies. Most of the time,
Bro, this nigga is like... Yeah, I want to know what bro, he was drunk and he said some
these
dumb
ladies
shit
were
and got
significantly
fucking
older
murdered,
than
bro.
he was. In addition to that, he would post pictures of himself carrying guns and other kinds of weapons. At this point, it is safe to say that anyone living this kind of life would feel invincible and develop the mindset that he could get away with anything. Slowly, Rosales was cultivating that mindset, and it did not help that he broke the law several times and got away with it. Legally, Rosales wasn't supposed to do drugs, flaunt weapons, and take alcohol since he was still a minor, but he continued to do just that. He boldly did all of these things, and even went as far as sharing the pictures and videos on his social media accounts. In August of 2017, Rosales was arrested for underage drinking, which you have to admit was long overdue, seeing how the teenager was far from the legal drinking age at the time. Of course, this incident
And that nigga gonna feel all that shit when he... Actually, nah, I can't even say that nigga
did
fucking
next to
murdered. I was
nothing
gonna
to
say
help
he's gonna feel that shit when he's 30, but...
Rosales, because after he was released, he immediately picked up where he left off. During an interview with the producer of Univision Entertainment, Pepe Garza, Rosales stated that he was an alcoholic, but he wanted to change that so he could pursue a music career. He further said that he had signed a contract with Cash Records and added, "I want to learn to sing now. That's going to be my motto." And perhaps the authorities didn't do enough, because although these videos usually went viral, implying that the authorities probably caught a whiff of them several times, they barely intervened. Instead, the pirate of Culiacan kept rising in fame. He gained more followers, more invites.
Bro, he's built like Lorax, bro. That nigga from oh my god, that fucking movie, the nigga that was chopping down trees or whatever.
Implying that the authorities
you know that nigga built like
kept
him,
rising
bro.
in fame. He gained more followers, more invites to parties, and more business deals. Seeing how there was no one in his way, Rosales continued to push boundaries without a care in the world. But you know the thing about boundaries is that you can only push so far. Ruben Oseguera Cervantes, aka El Mencho. In December 2017, Rosales released a video making jest of El Mencho, where he said, "El Mencho a mí me pela la verga," which roughly translates to saying that El Mencho can suck his d. In the video, Rosales was visibly intoxicated, obviously due to excessive drinking, as per usual. If the circumstances were different, this video would probably have passed as one of the many stunts he often pulled to entertain his followers. It probably would have gained him more followers and more recognition. However, the circumstances were very different from what he was accustomed to. In the video, Rosales had referred to El Mencho, leader of Cartel de Jalisco Nueva Generación. As we mentioned earlier in the video, Cartel de Jalisco Nueva Generación translates to New Generation Jalisco Cartel. This cartel is popularly known as one of the deadliest organized crime syndicates in Mexico. They're usually described as the most violent and second most powerful cartel in Mexico. The first being Cartel de Sinaloa. Cartel de Sinaloa was once championed by the drug lord El Chapo. The New Generation Jalisco Cartel is somewhat new, especially compared to cartels that have been around the longest. Although it is just over 10 years old, it has grown significantly.
She takes a picture, and in that picture is this ET.
Bro.
He puts the camera over in that direction.
Wealth and power. The cartel was put together after a splinter group chose detachment from another crime syndicate known as the Millennial Cartel. The New Generation Jalisco Cartel might still be in its development stage, but over time it has easily drawn the attention of the general public, including the media. One time, it was said that they shut down an army helicopter with an RPG in an attempt to protect their boss. The incident led to the death of 6 soldiers. Another time, they cut off the head of a pig and sent it to an attorney general in a bid to have him feel intimidated.
Shit, these niggas are so dumb. You niggas got a fucking head.
In another of their escapades, they laid an ambush for a group of policemen and were able to kill about 14 of them as a result.
Bro.
In addition to all of these, the New Generation Jalisco Cartel has been responsible for the deaths of judges, members of Congress, and ordinary citizens. They also have a reputation where drugs are concerned. According to US officials, they are the major suppliers of over 1/3 of illegal drugs that circulate in the United States. They have also gone as far as distributing in Europe and Asia. The New Generation Jalisco Cartel also has multiple methamphetamine labs set up across Mexico. They not only produce and sell crystal meth illegally, but they also do the same with cocaine. While it might look like this cartel only has brutal mass murders and illegal drugs to its name, you should know that it is also famous for stealing crude oil. Other criminal activities they engage in include selling arms, kidnapping, extortion, and other violent crimes. Unlike El Chapo, everything about El Mencho screams mystery. It is said that he loves working from the shadows, almost like a ghost. El Mencho is not only on the list of the top wanted criminals in Mexico, but also in the United States. In Mexico in particular, he takes the #1 spot as the most wanted drug lord. El Mencho is wanted for drug trafficking, illegal possession of weapons,
That's fire.
and being involved in organized crime.
I'm gonna say
El
that,
Mencho
but
started off as a member of the Millennial Cartel, but soon decided to create his own organized crime organization because his bosses often got arrested or killed. After the arrest of El Chapo, El Mencho quickly rose to fame. Owning one of the deadliest cartels in Mexico, the New Generation Jalisco Cartel has had several affiliations to brutal mass murders in the past. In 2011, authorities found 35 dead bodies on the streets of Veracruz, a port city on the Gulf of Mexico. These bodies appeared tortured and dismembered. In 2013, the same cartel
these niggas is active, bro. This is fucked up.
raped and murdered a 10-year-old girl whom they believed to have been a daughter of a rival cartel leader. After killing her, they proceeded to set her on fire. It was already too late when they realized she wasn't who they thought she was. Under his leadership, Mexico recorded a 20% rise in homicide rates, with a record of 20,000 deaths.
Bro, 20,000 murders. So, bro,
The
state's got
statistic
nothing on
equated
these
to an
niggas,
average
bro.
of about 69 deaths per day. There are alleged reports that Almencho was once a member of the police force, but was sentenced to 3 years in prison for selling heroin. Whether or not that is true, it is pretty evident that the man is no longer on that side of the law. His infamous nature led the United States government to put a bounty offer on his head. It is said that whoever is able to provide information that is likely to lead to his arrest will be rewarded with a sum of $10 million. So far, this has been recorded as the highest sum of money the US government is willing to pay as a
That's
bounty.
crazy.
As you might have expected as well, the drug lord also has a bounty offer on his head in his hometown.
I'm trying to see if that
In
nigga got
Mexico,
killed, bro. That
authorities
fucking
are willing to pay the
17-year-old
sum
nigga.
of 30 million pesos, which is equivalent to $1.5 million US. Knowing all of these, it shouldn't come as a surprise to anyone that Almencho is not the kind of guy to play around with. However, Rosales chose to do precisely that. He not only cursed the infamous drug lord, but he also went ahead and released the video on the internet. A video which many Mexican press publications called, in effect, the initiator of a countdown for his time here on Earth. The murder.
Oh my god.
On December 18th,
Oh
2017,
my god.
weeks
Oh
after the
my
video of
god,
Rosales
bro.
calling out El Mencho went viral, he made the second biggest mistake that likely sped up that countdown. He had made a post telling his fans to meet him at a bar in the Guadalajara metropolitan area in Jalisco. Meanwhile, this area
Bro, why are they so fucking stupid, bro?
happened to be
bro, this
where
guy's
many of the
retarded.
drug trades took
This
place
nigga's
in
actually
Jalisco.
fucking stupid,
At about
bro.
11 p.m. that same day, a group of men carrying guns swarmed into the bar and started shooting. Although it is said that Rosales was the main target, a 25-year-old employee in the bar also got killed. It was reported that Rosales was shot about 15 to 18 times, which means he definitely died on the spot, and he was only able to be identified through the tattoos he had on his arms. Rosales' death is included in the
Yo, that nigga was fucked. Oh.
identified through the tattoos he had on his arms. Rosales' death is included in the 1,400 people who died in the state of Jalisco that year. Even though there were speculations that El Mencho was responsible for the death of Rosales, seeing as the teen died just weeks after the video about El Mencho went viral. The killers have still not been identified, therefore, no one has yet been arrested for the death of the 17-year-old. A Mexican newspaper, Periódico.
I'm not gonna say he deserved it, but bro, you go around disrespecting niggas, bro. What do you expect that fucking happen? You know, this nigga is wanted, like, in the whole, like, in different places in the world, bro, and you do that shit and now expect to get fucked
Supremo reposted the video and captioned it, "I firm su trato de muerte," which means, thus signed his deal of death. While some of Rosales' fans shared their condolences, a few mentioned that he should have known better than to make jest of a drug lord such as El Mencho. A fellow Instagram star remembered Rosales after his death by posting a caption that read, "He told me that he wanted to change, but on the weekend, there was no lack of bad influences. You were living a fast life, you never listened, and I don't judge you. Those who knew you know you were a good person." Be that as it may, Juan Luis Lagunas Rosales could have lived a much longer life under normal circumstances. However, he chose to live a fast life.
Be a
and
fucking
then he took
idiot, bro.
things
That's what he chose,
way
bro.
too far when he decided to play with fire. He got the fame he sought from pushing the boundaries, and it cost him his life. To check out other
Crazy. That's crazy. Yeah, on God, moral of the story, don't openly mock real killers on God, bro. Yo. But like, is this guy fucking stupid? Like, I'm not saying he deserves to die, but bro, what do you expect, fam? Like, you gotta be aware that you're gonna die or some shit. Like, anyways, that's crazy, bro.